Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my student, thank you very much for your attention. This is the third part of our course for the microprocessor system. Okay, in the third part, I will teach you how to program this microcontroller. In the previous part, I have teach you how to install the firmware and make sure that you can install and make sure that the microcontroller can be recognized by operation system, and also the firmware of Micropython already installed here. Okay, and the first program I will teach you how to access the pin or GPIO, general purpose input output. Available pins are from the following range, inclusive 0 until 19, 20 until 23, and so on. This corresponds to the actual GPIO pins number on ESP32 chips. We have until 39 pins GPIO. But because of the limitation from the board itself, so maybe only 20 pins that can be, maybe 20 until 30 pins that can be accommodated with the board. Okay, note that many end user board use their own ad hoc pin numbering, for example, D0 or D1, but the Micropython do not use this pin name, but the Micropython refers to the GPIO pin. You can find the configuration in the internet. Just type ESP32 pin out. Okay. And this is the first program machine. This is a simple one. Yeah. From the beginning, we need to import pin in the library machine. And then we need also import slip in the library time. And then we need to configure the LED. We construct the object LED equals to pin 2, pin dot out. It means that we configure the pin GPIO2 as the output pin. And then we have while true, which means the program will be loop forever, will be in the looping forever here. After that, we can define the object let value. For example, here, not let value. It means that the right now value should be inverse of the previous let value. And then the program will slip about 0.5. It means 0.5 half second. And then the let will be inverted again and again and again. Because this is looping forever, so I will demonstrate by connecting the ESP32 and then run the program. Okay, I run the program. You need to click the run current script, or you just click the F5 in your keyboard. Okay, this is the example. Yeah, the LED can be inverted each half second. Okay, the next program, this is the output of this the previous program, and then we need to improve the program, add several line here. For example, here we type print string let value is, and then we output the let value itself here, and then we can get the result on the shell windows on the bottom here. You can see let value is 0, and then half second next our let value is become 1, and then the next half second the let value will be inverted again and again and again. Okay, getting a Micropython REPL prompt for this one at the bottom of the Tony IDE, you can see that this is the shell REPL standard for read, evaluate, print, and loop, and this is the name given to the interactive Micropython prompt that you can access on the ESP SOC 266 and also ESP32. By using this REPL is by far the easiest way to test out your code and run command. So basically this REPL also similar with the REPL that we can also find it in the Python programming languages. And there are two ways to access the REPL, via the USB cable and also via Wi-Fi. Also, we can access the REPL. Okay. Okay, you can practice by yourself after this class. And this is timers. The ESP port has 4 hardware timers. Use the timers machine timers class with timer ID from 0 until 3. So the total number is 4 hardware timer. And in the beginning, we need to import pin and also timer, but I use the different style here. So we construct the timer equals to machine.timers. So we don't need to import timer. But if you use from machine import timer, so you just type timers equals to timer 0 or 1, 2, or 3. And then let we adjust that we configure the LED pin 2. This is the LED, internal LED will be connected with the GPIO2. And I define the counter equal to 0. And then this is the function, the handle interrupt timer. So basically the program inside the handle interrupt will be executed every period of timer. For example, here in the bottom, in the end, I define that timer dot init, which means initiate the timer period 1000. It means 1000 millisecond or 1 second. And then mode machine timer periodic. Periodic is mean it will be executed periodically, not one time. For example, one shot timer. And then the callback, this is the main program that will be executed every period of timer defined. So handle interrupt. So the timer will execute the handle interrupt every 1 second. And then we use global timer here. We redefine again the variable counter. Why? Because the counter, this variable cannot be accessed inside this subprogram. We need to define that the counter will be the global variable. So the variable inside the handle interrupt can access the main variable as a global variable. And then counter equals to counter, which means +1, which means it will increase every loop of the program. And then lead value, not lead value, invert the previous lead value. And then print LED value. And we use this sign and then counter, format that value, comma, counter. So in the first will be replaced by let value, and in the second symbol we use it will be replaced by the counter number. Okay, and then we will run the program. I will run the program, the second program here, and just run, and the output should be as my definition and the shell in the right figure here, shell and let value, and then the counter will be increased periodically. Yeah. Okay. And in the last, I will give the example of how to use the two timer sequentially. Here, we use timer 0 and also timer 1. And in this program, the first timer 0 will be executed every 1 second, and the handle interrupt 0 will be executed. But after the counter more than 10, the number of counter more than 10, timer 0 will be stopped using init command. And then timer 1 will be initiated using timer 1 init and period 1 second also. And the program will call back the handle interrupt 1. So the handle interrupt 0 already stopped. And then handle interrupt 1, in the handle interrupt 1, we modify the counter added by 2 every iteration. And as you can see in the here in the shell, in the first interrupt of timer 0, the value will be increased by 1, but after the timer 1 active and timer 0 will be deactive, and then the counter will be increased by 2. Okay, maybe that's all for today class. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.